Oh, this next interview is the largest thrift store in the world. That's right, and I'll show you how it's going to make you money, and people in your life are going to make them money too, like your church, community group, or whatever, any nonprofit you know. And it's wonderful. It really shows the power of the internet. I mean, the crowds. I mean, just like now we have thrift stores. You know, you got a little shop downtown or somewhere that maybe is run by a local nonprofit, and they, you know, you bring them stuff and they sell it and they raise some money. Man, that's a drudgery, you know, doing that. Well, now there's a platform for any nonprofit to go on and have their own thrift store, and not only do you have access to, you know, the people in your community like you did in a store, you have access to people in the world that could get goods and services and things like that, you know, at bargain prices, and the nonprofit gets all the money. See, the website just manages all the details of it, so you have to do nothing. I mean, it's a no-brainer for any nonprofit to put stuff on there, and then they could go to their friends and family or whatever and tell them, hey, you got stuff? You know, just put a picture of your stuff, and if somebody buys it, then you give us money, you know, and you get a tax deduction. You know, it's wonderful. I mean, there's even there I saw a van, you know, cars and things like that, you know, on this stuff. So it's a way to spread this bigger than ever before, not just a local community. The world becomes the community, everybody. So it's multiplying effect like anything. I mean, this is what's happening in the internet, you know, whether it's Airbnb, you know, with hotel rooms all around the world, or Uber, with people who drive you anywhere you want, and it's more efficient, you know, and everyone's making money in the deal, and it's just sharing resources. I mean, they say we have about $700 billion. We each have like $700 billion of stuff in our house that we don't want anymore. We don't use it. I mean, just think of all the crap you buy, and when was the last time you used it? Well, this is a way. You don't have to pack it up and take it somewhere, and then they may not use it. You know, they'll put anything on the side. If it sells, then you send it. They pay for everything. You don't pay for anything. There's a 30-day guarantee and everything like that. So you're really getting rid of a lot of stuff. You get a tax deduction, and your charity, you know, gets the money. I mean, well, you know, what can be better than that? You know, and actually, if there's fraudulent buyers or sellers or something like that, you know, you're guaranteed for 30 days, and there's no problem and all that. So any nonprofit can raise money doing this. You know, so tell your church, your community group about this. It's a great way, because your church or community group doesn't want to manage a thrift store, right? But now they do it for you online. You know, boy, the beauty of having a platform, as they call it, that does all the nonsense about managing things, and you just collect the money or the benefits, and it's a great way to live. So watch this. Well, Doug Krugman of the Web Thrift Store. Man, every nonprofit in the world now could have their own thrift store to make money for them, and they don't have to put up a nickel or management or anything. Plus, what's neat about your website, man, not only does a nonprofit have a thrift store, you know, it's a worldwide thrift store. So you have the biggest market to make money than any thrift store in America, I would think, or probably the world. You have the biggest market for thrift stores, right?
So we are creating the largest market for thrift stores. Yep.
Right. And so anybody can be part of it. And any nonprofit could be part of it. And then plus the consumer, I could get rid of all that crap I have upstairs, right?
Everyone has lots of stuff.
Yeah, all that stuff.
We estimate there's $700 billion worth of stuff.
I said, God, that looks like a line item in the federal budget, right? 700 billion. God, that's almost $1 trillion in stuff that we're not using, that somebody else wants and would pay decent money for. And so they could get it at a bargain from your site, right?
Yep.
And then the person getting rid of it, they're not greedy, they just don't want it. So the money goes to somebody, nonprofit, who could use this and really do important things in life.
Yeah, no, and it's a great way if you don't have money, to give to a nonprofit and you want to help a cause,
Yeah.
this is something you can do, something you can give without having to write a check.
And you get a write-off, right? So
Right.
you got,
Yeah.
so you get a tax deduction too. So you're clean out your closet, getting a tax deduction. You're helping the world, and God, I mean, just everybody's winning,
Yep.
and the nonprofit gets money, and they do stuff, and you get a tax write-off. You clean it. I mean, I think, especially younger people, don't want a lot of stuff anymore. I mean, I think it's just older people that have stuff, and they don't know how to get rid of it. So you really make it easy for anybody to get rid of this stuff because people really want it. I mean, eBay makes gazillions of dollars doing this, right?
Yep. So, we're really going after people who aren't really online sellers, who aren't eBay merchants,
Yeah.
who just have stuff that they want an easy way to get rid of it without having to really deal with customers and, service and all those things. So you just, put a picture of it up and a few pieces of information, and then we send a prepaid mailing label.
But but the stuff I saw, I mean, you had some pink suede shoes pumps that, if I was cross-dressing, man, I would go for those.
It would match your outfit now, I
Right,
think.
exactly. Well, they really just bounce out. I mean, just great stuff. I mean, this is high fashion stuff you have. It's not just, crumbled up sweaters or anything like that. Plus, I saw you had a handicapped fan. Somebody's getting rid of a handicapped fan. Man, that's important stuff for some family that could get a big deal on that. That's terrific. I mean, I don't see that stuff anywhere on eBay or.
Yeah, no, furniture and all kinds of stuff. Anything that somebody wants to buy, as long as it's legal.
Right. Or you don't know it's illegal. So how long you guys been at this? How long have you been at it?
We've been at it for a few years now.
Yeah.
It's from conception to releasing, and I was going to say that each charity can decide what things it will accept and what things it won't accept.
Oh, I mean, what kind of money, or what do you mean?
What kind of products you can list. So.
I see. So they don't want to be associated with some kind of products or something like that.
Yeah, we have a lot of animal pet related charities that don't want
I see.
any.
I see. So they want to be money from fur coats or something.
Exactly.
Okay. But you have a list of charity. I mean, there are dozens or hundreds or something already, that you could choose from.
Yeah, we have a lot of charities that have signed up and a lot more that will be coming online soon.
So do you vet those charities? I mean, if you were a nonprofit, I mean, they go to the website and then fill out an application to be part of this, or how does that work?
Yep, we just make sure that they're a 501c3
I see.
because we provide the tax deduction.
I see.
So that every all the items being sold are going to a legitimate, to help a legitimate nonprofit.
I see. So, right. I understand. So as long as you're a legitimate 501c3, then you could sign up for you guys and people could choose you to me, what's great, if you're a 501c3, I mean, you as a fundraiser, for the charity, you go out and tell them about, hey, you have stuff you don't want, go to, webthriftstore.com and, you could give money to us that way and get rid of your stuff so they could promote the website. Eh?
Yeah, we just signed up PS6 as our first public school.
Wow. Well, they need money more than anybody. I mean, school. What could be better than that? Yeah.
Yeah. So we expect to have a lot of schools signing up.
Well, then the kids could go out and tell the parents, tell everybody about this. It's a way to, instead of
instead of
buying
doing
a
big
McDonald's,
sales
right. Instead of buying a McDonald's hamburger or something and getting a penny from that. That's brilliant. No, I think the whole idea is just great, and like Uber or Airbnb and and it's just a website, middlemen just making the world easier for everybody and making it more efficient and getting rid of the extra stuff that somebody thinks it's special.
Really just finding ways.
Put ex-wives on there too, if you want, or
finding ways to get stuff from where somebody isn't using it, doesn't want it, to a place where somebody does. And and really the motivation being that you want to do good, more, even more than trying to make some money.
Right.
People whose motivation is really just they want to do something good with the item, for the world, for the environment.
And then you don't have to have the garage sales or or the landfill problem or all these kinds of things that we have with all the stuff we've had in our houses, and this is a wonderful way to solve that problem and help somebody else with their problems, because that's what nonprofits do, right? And nobody knows about them, so they need help. And there's $700 billion sitting in people's homes that they're not using, so they should go to webthriftstore.com and get rid of some of that $750 billion and let people use it and get something out of it. And then nonprofits really, will help society too.
And really, a way for somebody to give a lot more money to a nonprofit.
And you get a tax deduction.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the cool thing. Yeah.
So, and we provide a 30-day guarantee on the items.
So you guarantee. So I buy some on there, and I thought it was cool, and I like it. I could send it back. I could send it back to the thrift store.
You send it. Yeah. You send it back to us. Yeah.
Wow. No kidding. God, I never knew thrift stores take return. See, that's amazing. I mean, so a nonprofit organization, I have a thrift store now, and I take returns. Yeah. Boy, that's amazing.
And so, so we're really trying to make it easy for the nonprofit. So the nonprofit does, never has to deal with anybody's, complaints about things. That's what.
It's basically you do what you say. Yeah. And people could bet on you that you do that, and so you're doing that.
And just trying to make it easy for everybody involved.
Yeah. Oh, wonderful, Doug! Thank you for being there, and people should know about it. You're doing good work for everybody involved. And
thank you.
It's webthriftstore.com. Right.
And if you're a nonprofit, look us up too.
Yes. That's how I'm going to promote this. Nonprofits, here's a source of funding.
Yep.
Right. You don't have to get a government grant. You go to webthriftstore.com and start a thrift store.
Yep.
Easier than anything. Right.
Never have to deal with any of the stuff, and no inventory, no.
Exactly.
You don't need any people to manage it or anything like that.
Doug works for you for free. Yeah, and he's got an MBA from Columbia or something like that. See, you got him working for you for free. Well, thank you, Doug. Take care.
Well,
Say hello to the crew.
Appreciate it.
All right.
You're doing a great job. Thank you. Okay. Bye.